We're in today with the legendary 2080 Ti. We're gonna see how this video card is performing with this i9 10th gen in 4K. It's got one advantage, that is 11 gig of VRAM. It's got 352 bits bus width and 616 gig per second on that memory size. The core clock on this video card is 1350 MHz with 1750 MHz on the memory with 4352 shaders. Today's video's idea is that 11 gig of VRAM may be enough for 4K gaming, or that's what I'm thinking some people will ask. So let's start with Last of Us and see how it's running on 4K. 4K with maximum details. I mean, it looks gorgeous, seriously. The grass, everything, the lights, the lag. Oh, yo. Okay, so I put it on as a preset. I think it's ultra here on maximum details, and there is no upscaling, nada. You know, maximum details. You can actually see the VRAM 123%. Holy 20 FPS. I have 250 watts consumption on the GPU, 50 watts on the CPU. So I got an overall 420 watts consumption on the PC. Holy bananas. Okay, so 9.9 gig of VRAM. So the VRAM is not the problem. 10 gig of VRAM, it's the core actually. So if you can get a 2080 Ti with a faster core, I think you're actually good, seriously. So 2080 Ti, maximum details, no upscaling. In Last of Us, maximum on 4K, you get 28 FPS. It looks fantastic though. It looks fantastic. It doesn't run that great, but it feels very choppy and laggy. It's very horrible when I move so fast. But if I stay still, it looks fantastic. 9.5 gig of VRAM. What? Outside it's using less VRAM. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going inside. 9.8 gig. 9.9 gig of VRAM it's using inside. Holy shit, I go outside. 9.3, 9.5 gig of VRAM. DLSS performance. CPU wise, look at this. Look at this. Whoa. Is going on, seriously. So I'm reaching 500 watts on the meter with this computer on 4K in Last of Us, maximum details with performance DLSS. Shut the front door. I'm curious, seriously, because the CPU is managing now to deliver some performance. The CPU says to the wattage, gimme. I'm gonna put the light here because it looks very fantastic with maximum details. I got like 50 FPS on 1% and yeah, 23 on minimal. It's good, you know, it's good, but I'm starting to see now wattage on the CPU, 100 watts on the CPU, and that's interesting because the overall system is nearly 500 watts, seriously. A bit scary. So if I wanted to keep it like this with 500 watts, I have to change the power supply in order to increase the chances of my power supply not exploding, you know, or browning. I can keep it like this. A full day of gaming, you know, with 500 watts. I need like 1 kilowatt power supply. Hogwarts Legacy with 4K, it will be a blast because I'm thinking on Ultra with 4K, and let's disable first off DLSS. No upscaling, yes. No upscaling, maximum details on Ultra, yes. And it runs really nice. Look at this, 40 FPS. Comparing it to Lag of Us, I think it's much better. It managed to average the FPS. Oh, 40 FPS on average. This is cool. But 15 FPS on minimals and 21 FPS on 1%. Not okay, fam. Kind of cool to see this performance from 2080 Ti. Maximum details, ultra details, 4K, no upscaling. This is impressive. You know, the frame time is good. Minimal is not okay. The CPU power is got like, I seen like around 60 watts. The GPU, it's like 260 watts consumption, and overall I got like 420 watts consumption on the whole PC. 9.4 gig of VRAM is dedicated for this apparently, and 19 gig of system RAM used. Not the shabbiest performance from this video card when it comes with maximum details with no upscaling, but you can clearly see that majority of the games needs DLSS, so I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna go there and upscale and use DLSS on ultra performance, 78 FPS. In order to get proper FPS and distress the system, apparently you have to use DLSS. It's not bad, you know, it's okay. System RAM, it's 20 gig, nearly 20 gig, 19.4 gig of system RAM, and the CPU is reaching nearly 100 watts, 85 watts, it's around there. And overall computer has 461 wattage consumption, you know, with 260 watts from the GPU, 9 gig of VRAM, so 62 degrees, but I'm maxed out the fan, so I don't hit the GPU. That's the only thing. Hogwarts Legacy is running really nice with this, and I will change nothing in this DLSS combination with Ultra. I will play like this because it looks fantastic, seriously. 4K Hogwarts Legacy. I like it. I think last time managed to put the GPU on its knees with this game, and I think it will be ideal to see how this 2080 Ti is working with this. So first off, let's jump in 4K maximum graphics, put them on ultra, DLSS off. Alright, 30-40 FPS, exactly like Hogwarts Legacy, you know, so 460 watts. So 460 watt, that means the GPU is 271. Oh shit. Seriously. And 75, actually in some cases it's reaching 500. In other occasions you can actually see the CPU reaching 60-70%, 60-70 watts, and it's okay, you know, it's not that bad. All right, let's take a look and see how Far Cry 6 is working. I think it's gonna be really nice because this is if I remember, the settings, quality, maximum details, ultra. If you're interested in playing this game and you want to play it with 4K, you better be surprised how nice it looks. Seriously, look at this. This is fantastic. Lots of low detail carrots, you know, but ooh, look at the stick. Nice. That doesn't mean it's not okay. I got some carrots, I got a steak knife. The only thing is missing a fire here. Turn it on. Seriously, turn on the oven. Gotta make a steak here. It's working really nice, like 40-50 FPS, depending. I think depending on the zone that you are. You know, look at the lights. Ooh, fantastic. What the f is the sun? Seriously, where is this sun coming from? Passing through the woods. Far Cry is actually good with this system. So yeah, 66-70 watts on the CPU consumption. I got like 44 wattage overall on the computer, 10.9 gig of system RAM used, and it's giving me 46 on average with 34 on minimal and 41 on 1%. I like how it's working. Far Cry is one of those games that looks really good, you know, so if you're interested in getting more FPS, because I already like how it's working here with maximum details, let's take a look and see how we are going to achieve those FPS. Go in advanced settings. We're gonna turn this on to performance. If this is not ideal, then with Fidelity FX it will reach to 70 FPS. So this is exactly the numbers you want in order to have playable FPS. I got a 70 FPS, 77 average on 4K with ultra details with some Fidelity FX, but it is good, 47 minimal and 60 on 1%. Overall, the GPU is only using 6 gig of VRAM, so if you're interested on 4K, I think 6 gig of VRAM and 3060 Ti at 3070 will actually do the job because of that 8 gig of VRAM. So, does it tackle this 2080 Ti? Apparently not. Doesn't. Let's see how Assassin's Creed Valhalla is working, because this is one of those games looks really good on 4K, so I maxed it out. So as a preset, there is a preset here that is ultra high, so that's it. If I go on the menu, upscale, type off 2080 Ti, it's a freaking awesome video card if you're interested on playing games like this on 4K. So 260 watts, this is very important. I got like 450 watts consumption over all the PC, and 260 watts is the GPU only. And in some cases I can actually see that the CPU is doing similar, 100 watts, 250 from the computer, maybe 70, 80 from the CPU actually, because the computer overall is taking from 50 to 70 watts or something. Mainboard, memory, hard drives, pumps, coolers, all kinds of stuff, you know. Looking closer, you can actually see that the game is fantastic. Seriously, the details are top notch. So 50 FPS on average on 4K, it's kind of good. 7.1 gig of VRAM it's only using, and 61 degrees, but 61 degrees is not okay because it's maximum fan speed, you know. So I'm cheating a little here, seriously. And the system RAM is reaching nearly 11 gig of system RAM. Okay, let's give this CPU, let's give this system, I'm gonna go in options, we're gonna go in graphics, I'm gonna give it I think upscaling, no? FSR, adaptive. Let's see what the heck is going on. I don't understand. So I put FSR adaptive and it did nothing. Okay, apparently 60 FPS. Good, 60 FPS. It looks fantastic. Looking at the reflection, the water, everything. Oh my god, it looks so good. Regardless, I like how Assassin's Creed is working with this on 4K. Okay, this is gonna be interesting because I'm interested in Cyberpunk and 4K. I think this game is going to butcher my video card. But the way it's looking, I think it's gonna be awesome. So graphics, I'm gonna put ray tracing ultra as a preset. I don't care. That's it. If it's auto, and that's it. And on the video, I'm on 4K. That's it. Preset, and that's it. If it's working, it's working. If not, go blast yourself. Seriously, 2080 Ti. Apparently, it's working with 35 FPS on ray tracing ultra as a preset. It looks fantastic. Can actually do missions now in 4K and I am not bothered. 94% on the core, doesn't matter. 61 degrees because the fan is maxed out. 250 watts on the GPU power consumption. That's a lot. 7.7 gig of VRAM. Well, that's a problem for 8 gig VRAM GPUs, but for the 2080 Ti is freaking awesome. Seriously, this video card has no problem. But there is one more trick in the book because I got 30 FPS and it feels very cinematic. Now in order to put this, I'm gonna go in graphics, I'm gonna put it on ultra performance and it feels 53 FPS. I mean, on 4K with ultra details, it looks fantastic, you know, even with ultra performance DLSS. Damn, Daniel, I got like 50 FPS. 50 FPS with maximum details on ultra, with 2080 Ti on 4K. You're telling me this video card doesn't do the job? It does. Exactly what I need. Seriously. 2080 Ti. Can I recommend this video card? Definitely. It's fantastic. Let me give you a couple of reasons. 1. 11 gig of VRAM. 352 bits bus width. Fantastic. 4300 shaders. Big kick-ass fan. It's a lot of wattage. It heats up your room when it's winter. If you can find one cheap, then you're golden. This is a freaking awesome video card and it's worth it. It's worth every dollar, every pound, every currency on this planet. Seriously, because it's freaking awesome.